Hello students, in this video we will be continuing our discussion on solving an equation. We will be discussing about transposing a number. What it means is changing the sign of the number, which is same as adding or subtracting the number from both the sides. In doing so, what we do is we change the sign of the number, has to be changed. We change the sign of the number. Whatever applies to the number, that can also be applied to the expressions. I explain this concept through an example. We take an example, then we come back to this concept again. Suppose we have 12 times of p plus 3 is equal to, say, 48. So this is the equation which is given to us. So first of all, what we do is we divide both the sides by 12. Dividing both sides by 12, we have p plus 3, that is 12 times of p plus 3 by 12 is equal to 48 by 12. So what we get is, we get something of this form: p plus 3 is equal to 4. Now what we do is, we subtract 3 from both the sides. So when we subtract 3 from both the sides, you have 4 minus 3, or you can have p is equal to 1. So this is what you will be getting. The answer as p is equal to 1. Now where this concept of transposing a number comes is this step. When you have the terms added over there, then when we change the side of the term from left hand side to RHS or RHS to left hand side, then we change the sign of either the number or the expression. That means what we could have done when we apply the concept of transposing the number is that in this place we can have directly, we could have shifted the 3 from left hand side to right hand side, but whenever we do, we change the sign. If it is positive, when we take it to the other side, it is negative, and we directly get the number 1. So basically this step of subtracting or adding the same number on both the sides could be easily, the effort and the time could be reduced, and we can use this concept. So we come back to this thing again. What is transposing a number? We change the sign of the number. What happens to it? It basically, the sign of the number has to be changed. And what it is same as? It is same as adding or subtracting the number from both the sides. So whenever we add or subtract the same number from both the sides and we change the sign of the number, then that concept is basically called as the transposing a number. Now we just take another example. I hope all of you have understood the concept of transposing. Now we just move on to another example. This is 4 times of n plus 3 is equal to, say, 50 or something like this. Now again, we are having the expression within the bracket. We have something multiplied to it. So what we can do is, first of all, we take 4. Basically we have to remove this 4. So what we do is, we divide both the sides by 4. Dividing both the sides by 4, this 4 gets cancelled out. What is left is n plus 3 is equal to we just have the simplified thing, that is 25 and this is 2. So you have 25 by 2. Now, the concept of transposing comes. In division, we are not talking about transposing. Now, when we are adding or subtracting, then what we do is we take 3 to the other side. But when we do it, we change the sign. We change the sign. So 25 by 2 minus 3. So what it says? 3 says, if you change my position in the equation, do change my sign. If 3 is taken on the other side, we change the sign. So what we have is 25 by 2 minus 3. We take the LCM. 2, because this is 1 over here. 25 minus 6. What we get is 19 by 2. So the answer comes out to be n is equal to 19 by 2. Now we just take another example. You have, suppose say minus 3 multiplied by 4n minus 5 is equal to say 20. So now what we do is, first of all remove this number. For that what we do is we divide both the sides by minus 3. So dividing both sides by minus 3, when we are solving this one, what we get is minus 3 multiplied by 4n minus 5 divided by minus 3 is equal to 20 upon minus 3. Minus 3 cancels out. So you have 4n minus 5 is equal to minus 20 by 3. Now what we do is, now minus 5, we say to minus 5, change your side. Minus 5 says, if you change my side, you change my sign. So what we do is, we transpose this number, but we change the sign of this number. So we have 4n is actually equal to, what we are doing is, we are transposing minus 5 to the other side. So we have minuses there. When we change the side, it becomes plus. Now we take the LCM. 3 minus 20 plus 15 is minus 5 by 3. Now what we do is, we divide both the sides by 4. Dividing both the sides by 4, what we do is, 4n by 4 is equal to minus 5 by 3 into 4. 4 cancels out. What we get is n is equal to minus 5 by 12. Please note it down. This is the sign for implies. So this is an expression, basically it's an equality. This equality implies this equality. So we do not put the sign of equal to in between. Most of the students sometimes by mistake put the sign of equal to over there. Please avoid that thing. Put the sign of implies over there. Okay, I hope you understood how to solve an equation using the concept of transposing. Now we just move on to the next thing. Formation of a equation, when you form an equation from the solution. Forming an equation from solution. Now when we talk about a linear equation in one variable, we say it has a unique solution. The variable x will have a unique value for which LHS will be is equal to RHS. The equation will be satisfied. But when we talk about moving the reverse way means, suppose if I say 5x plus 3 is equal to, say, 23. So we have 5x now becomes 20. We are subtracting 3 from both the sides. When we divide by 5, we have x is equal to 4. So this is the solution. Now if someone says, I have 4 apples in my hand, and you have to form an expression, and you have to form a statement, and this is an open-ended thing given to the whole class. If the teacher says, say x equal to 4, I have 4 apples in my hand, then each of the students can give a different answer. They can come up with a different statement over there. Someone will say, if you double the number of apples in your hands, then you get 8. Absolutely right. You can have 2x plus 2x is equal to 8. Someone can say, if the child is not thinking too much, he can add up to the statement of the other child and be smart and say, if you take the twice of the number of apples and add 3 to it, then you get 11. Someone will say, either adding to this one or something like this, if you take away 3 apples from twice the number of apples you have, then you get 5. 2x minus 3 is equal to 5. The teacher is getting bored and the child says, now instead of using 2, I'll use another number. I can come up with 4, I can come up with 5. Suppose the child says 5, then he says, if you take the 5 times of the number of apples in your hand and add to it, you get 22. So the equation comes up to be 5x plus 2 is equal to 22. Now what the child has done over here, he has first of all multiplied this equation by 5. So 5 into 4 is 20. We write this as multiplying both sides by 5. Multiplying both sides by 5. What we get is 5x is equal to 20. Adding 2 to both the sides. If you add 2 to both the sides, what will happen is, we have 5x plus 2 is equal to 22. And that is how we reach over here. So this is the concept of forming an equation from the solution. If the solution is given to you, you can have infinite number of equations which will give x equal to 4 as the solution, because when you will learn in the higher classes that from a given point there are infinite number of lines which can pass. So that is how basically the concept of forming an equation from solution is so much into the hands of the child, where he or she can use his or her imagination to form any equation. Okay, we just take up few of the questions from the exercise of the NCERT. Okay, we take up few of the questions from NCERT. This is exercise 4.3. This is exercise 4.3. We take a few of the important questions. This is question number 1, and it says solve the following equations. So when it says solve the following equations. Suppose we start with the first one itself, and it says 2y plus 5 by 2 is equal to 37 by 2. So what we do is, the first step in the solution is we take 5 by 2 to the other side. Taking 5 by 2 to the other side means we are transposing that number. So when we transpose the number, what the number says, change my sign. Do not forget to change the sign of 5 by 2. So this is 37 by 2. We take 5 by 2 on the other side. 5 by 2 is there. Then what we do is, we take the LCM and we subtract 37 minus 5 by 2. This is 32 by 2 is 16. So now what we have is 2y is equal to 16. We divide both the sides by 2. On dividing both the sides by 2, 16 by 2, what we get is y is actually equal to 8. So next part which comes is basically checking out your solution. So it is important that you check your answers, because in the examination you might find a question where the teacher is expecting you to check your answer also. So we start with LHS. We have 2y plus 5 by 2. We put the value of y, what we have found. So 2 into 8 plus 5 by 2. So this is 16 plus 5 by 2. That is 16 to the 32 plus 5, 37. So you have 37 by 2. So which is actually equal to RHS. So the solution what we have found is absolutely right. So this is how you will be solving. I would just like to discuss one thing. That is the error what most of the students make. If you have 3y, this is an example for that, is say equal to say 25. Sometimes what the students do is, or instead of taking this 5 on the other side, they sometimes take this 3 directly. When you take this 3 directly, what actually happens is, whatever the operation is done on one of the terms of the equation, if you are dividing or multiplying, then that has to be done with each of the terms. If suppose a child says, I want to divide by 3, then he or she has to, the child has to do it like this. Now what the child does is, he or she sometimes do it like this, y minus 5 is equal to 25 by 3. Now here the child may be little bit hesitant to do it, but suppose if the number changes to 24, he or she will write 24 by 3, cancels out and say y is actually equal to 30. Now this is actually absolutely wrong way of solving this equation. So that should not be done. Please do the solution of an equation in a stepwise manner. When you solve it, don't rush off with the things. Be patient. This is the first time you are learning how to solve an equation. Follow the steps, which are very important, because most of the students are in a hurry that we will solve it first, but then they make some of the conceptual errors if they do not pay attention to some of the concepts. Okay, we just take another example. This is G part. It says 7m plus 19 by 2 is equal to 13. Again, what has to be done? First of all, take this number. What we try to do is, we try to have the variable on one side, the numbers on the other side. So we have 7m is equal to, we transpose, try to write what you do in the brackets or over here. What we are doing, we are transposing 19 by 2. Transposing 19 by 2 to RHS. So minus, we change the sign, this is 19 by 2. We take the LCM, this is 26, sorry, 2, this is 26, minus 19, what we get is 7 by 2. Now what has to be done to remove the 7? To remove the 7, what has to be done? We divide both the sides by 7. So, dividing both sides by 7, dividing both sides by 7, we have 7m by 7 is equal to 7 by, so we have 7 cancels out, 7 again cancels out, so what is left is m is actually equal to 1 by 2. So what we get, we have to check it. Whatever we are getting, we have to check that thing. So we check, we start from LHS, 7m plus 19 by 2, we put m is equal to 1 by 2, so 7 into 1 by 2 plus 19 by 2, this is 7 by 2 plus 19 by 2. We write it like this, 7 plus 19, so this is 26 by 2, which is equal to 13, equal to RHS. So our solution is now correct. We just take one more example.